We've just about got our breaths back after an incredible added time bonanza here at the Dog and Duck Ground. We're here with joint manager John Woodward. Woody, you've been tasked to talking about his game with us this time. Is that possible? Is that possible to describe such a match?
Yeah, like I said, I've just been on the radio with, I think it was BBC, CWR, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's a roller coaster there, as usual. A bit like last week, roller coaster, and I thought, oh no, not another week where it's going to get snatched from us. Where we didn't deserve that. We fully deserved something out of the game.
Well, to be fair to this match, I mean, before the 90 minutes elapsed, it was a credible game. It was two sides seemingly pretty evenly matched, but there was nothing really special about the occasion. Can you tell us about the performance before we headed into injury time?
I think both sides were going for it, and two evenly matched sides, and like I've just said, Wellingborough were in great form. I think they've won the last three games, and they're targeting the playoffs. So beforehand, you might have settled for a point, but as we saw, in the dying minutes, we've gone 2-1 up, and you're thinking, we can hang on here. This will be a fantastic result. But like I say, football's topsy-turvy. You've got to concentrate for every second of the game, and we lost a bit of concentration. Missed the header. Pat probably didn't sort his feet out quick enough, and it's a bit of a soft penalty. But it's football. But yeah, the referee then gave another penalty, and I'm thinking, absolute awful decision. And I'm so glad that he saw sense and went and spoke to the linesman, and they saw sense, because I think Wellingborough were embarrassed that they'd give that penalty.
Well, as you say, the second penalty wasn't given. We'll get onto that a little bit later. But after an incredible 9 or 10 minutes of added time, how big was that sigh of relief to get that game over with and come away with a point?
Well, yeah, like I say, I mean, it looked like he'd give a penalty, and there's a good chance that they'd have probably finished it, and we'd have ended up losing 3-2, which would have been an absolute travesty. And so yeah, you often wonder where they get all the injury time from. So I don't know if there was that many injuries, but like I say, I thought we'd won it. I thought we'd snatched it, and it's football. It's like last week we got edged out of the death 2-1. This week looked like we'd nicked it, but there you go.
Well, as you say, it's probably harsh on us not to win that game. If anything, it's incredibly harsh on Idris Hussaini, who had the performance of his life out there, scoring his third and fourth goals. Finally got a goal not in added time, but then rocks up in added time again to seemingly give us the win. Can you give us a word on Idris' display today?
Yeah, he was tremendous today. Athletic. Powerful. He was winning things and driving forward, and brilliant that he, I suppose, as a holding midfielder, that he's got in the box twice and scored 2 goals. So yeah, pleased for him because he's a good, honest lad, works hard.
Recently, penalties haven't been that much of a above at the Coventry Sphinx. The last 2 saved by Charlie Woods. Charlie not here today. We've drafted in goalkeeper Jason Alexander from Kettering. Couldn't get to the first penalty, but overall a solid display. Yeah. So big thank you to Kettering and Richard Lavery for helping us out, because we were stuck for a keeper really this weekend, and when he became available, then it took us till I think yesterday afternoon to finally get him registered, because it was a bit complicated, because we had to get him deregistered from Bedworth, but he came in, and he's doing brilliant for us. He was good in the dressing room, and so big thanks to him and Kettering. On to Idris's second goal. Wellingborough have been throwing everything at us towards the end, trying to get that victory, a victory which the league table suggests they expected to earn. What was the reaction like on the bench when we'd seemingly won the game?
Yeah, I looked round. I was jumping around like a mad thing, thinking, what would be a great result. And the bench, fair play to them all. They're all behind the team, because really 4 lads today didn't even get on and kick a ball today, which is
which is not what we're about, but it was so tight and the lads were doing so well that it's hard to change things. So apologies to the 4 players who didn't get on there, but I'm sure they'll figure in the next few games.
And jubilation turning to a real nail-biting atmosphere with the first penalty, as you said, Pat, maybe a little bit unlucky, a bit of a soft penalty, but the second one, really an alien situation, because it's very rare that we see a penalty given and then after a word with the linesman, the referee overturning it. It's refreshing to see.
Well, you don't usually see it because, careful what I say, I suppose officials never like to back down, do they? And so I'm pleased that he's gone and spoke to his linesman and overturned it, because, as I said before, I think I looked at the Wellingborough bench and they looked at me and they were like sort of pulling faces, cringing that no way that was a penalty. So I'm glad they saw sense, and we congratulated them on that by, seeing sense and being brave enough to overturn the decision.
A final word on today's game before we move on to next Saturday's match. Overall, given everything that's happened today, another 2-2 draw like the one we had against Sphinx Drive, would you have come away with a point today before kick-off?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, Wellingborough, I think they won the last 3 games. They beat Rugby Town last week quite convincingly by the scoreline, so we knew it would be tough today. I thought the lads were brilliant. The lads were excellent today, and we probably had a lot more chances overall in the game. So good.
And a side who also had late drama, Grantham, in an incredible 2-2 draw against runaway league leaders Quorn. That's going to be a tough match on Saturday, just on that result alone, but also we seem to have this record where with the DAX stacked in our favour in games, we don't seem to have the winning hand.
Yeah, so but like I said, we got edged out 2-1 at Grantham, didn't play at all well, and it's wide open, the pitch isn't great there, so I always sometimes I like it when we're underdogs because we always rise to the occasion. I guess we're favourites next week, and sometimes when we're expected to win, we don't always deliver, but hopefully we can get 3 points next week and really put to bed any sort of fears of relegation.
Well, if you've ever earned a post-match pint in your career, it's definitely today. Thanks for joining us.
I think I need to sit down, yeah.